Okay.
Thank you,
So
Cynthia.
quorum is established. Great. So
We have
Mr. Chair to close
public
the
session. Cynthia?
No, I didn't receive anything.
No.
No one for public.
We didn't receive nothing for the public session.
So we will go bypass that and go into the second page. Is any? I know Sokola is on. Are you going to be doing the report, Sokola? Hello?
Just a second.
Okay.
Just for everyone here, can they just make sure to put their information in the chat? Thank you.
Since we have quorum and it appears that we have quite a bit of people, as you've been hearing my conversation a little while ago, I took my COVID shot yesterday. I'm not feeling well. So I'm just going to say a few words right now, and then I'm going to pass it over to the first vice chair. I will be on in the event that something needs to be addressed, but the first vice chair will take over and conduct the meeting. The few words that I want to say is that at the last board meeting, there was some words that was had between myself and another board member. I wish to apologize to everybody for the abruptness of the meeting, and I am really sorry. I think I was misunderstood, but it's okay. I understand, and I just want to say that I apologize. And with that, I want to pass it over to the first vice chair.
Hold on a minute, Bobby. I accept your apology, Bobby. I accept your apology. Thank you.
Thank you, love. With that, I want to pass it over to the first vice chair, Julia Cruz. Julia, you on?
Yeah, I think she's having difficulties with her audio because it's not coming up on my end. So until maybe she comes back on. Yeah, she just logged off. She's going to have to come back on, Mr. Chair. So I don't know if the 41st Precinct is here yet. Is anyone from the 41st Precinct here?
Where? Oh, can you hear? Can you hear?
Cola's there.
Yeah, we can. Captain, I hear you loud and clear. Thank you. Cola.
So, Cola, how you doing?
So I don't know who's going to want to give the report here.
Top of the month. That's the top of the month.
Thank you, Captain.
Nah,
So I want to tell you thank you for that.
Gotta shout her out.
Hello, Captain. It's me, love.
No, we can't do this.
How are you?
No.
Excuse me. I want to say hello to my captain if it's okay with you. Thank you.
No.
Okay, then see you later. Bye.
Cap, before anything, I'm going to ask Ralph to reach out to you and to Sergeant Guglielmo and Sokola so that us three can have a discussion on certain issues after, like sometime next week.
Let me know. We're here. We can do it anytime. Tonight. You let me know.
Thank you.
Right.
So you're going to make your report, boss?
Sure. Louis, can you guys see me or?
I don't know. You look like Sokola on this side.
Camera, we hear you, but it's not your camera. Camera's not working, but we can see Officer Sokola.
All right, cool. I think Louis setting it up on the laptop here, but if you can hear me, and then you want me to go ahead now, or?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, cool. So, very quickly, for 28-day period, a decrease of 28% in overall index crime. So that is a decrease in 6 out of 7 index crime categories, 30 less victims of felony index crime in the 4-1. No shootings for the period. Again, that's versus 3 for the prior year. Pretty significant decrease there. By category, again, no murders, no shootings. We show an increase of 1 rate, that one that was reported as special victims that will probably come out of the 4-1. That's the only index crime category where we show an increase of 1 and didn't occur here. So once they classify that properly, we won't show an increase in rape. Robbery decrease of 13%, felony assault decrease of 22%, burglary decrease of 78%. For the current 28-day period, grand larceny decrease of 15%. Grand oil, again, special thanks to everybody for not leaving in front of the local bodega, down 30% as well. Special thanks to all of you for your partnership. Quick story in regards to that, and I always mention how this is a shared responsibility, and I appreciate the rapport that we have. On February 5th, we received 2 phone calls. One may have even been from somebody who might be on this call or know somebody who's on this call, but I won't shout them out. And they said, hey, Cap, they said, we have an issue going on 163 Street, and there was some type of dispute earlier. They sent Guillermo and our NCO, Joel Feliz, photos of the 2 people who were involved, and they said, we're hearing there's going to be some violence associated with this. So we deployed our NCOs and public safety on 163 Street. They saw the 2 involved persons out on the street. They saw somebody else with them. Without going into too much detail, that third party who was not from the 401, who was in their immediate vicinity, when he saw the cops, jumped in a taxi cab. The officer stopped the taxi cab and they took a pistol off that guy. So undoubtedly, I will say thank you to all of you, specifically those couple of people that reached out, undoubtedly prevented another shooting in this community. So that's what this is really about. Thank you all again.
I don't know if Julia's on, but I just want to thank you, Captain, and whoever the person or persons were that made the state that made persons, because that's the only way we're going to keep our community safe and sound, and possibly send a message out that there is a community, and that they just can't come in and do what they want to do in our community. So I want to thank Sergeant Gook and the NCO and whoever it was that called to do this. It was very noble and very great that you did that. So I want to thank you. Sorry.
Bobby, this is Julia. I'm on the phone. I couldn't connect, so I'm on the phone.
Okay, Julia. So just let me see. After the captain, we have roll call. Is it? Yes.
Roll call, if you're ready for it. Yvonne, I think you're
All right, ready for it?
Yes, I am ready for it.
Sí.
I'm just move to a more
Can we mute ourselves, please? If not, I'm going to have to mute you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yvonne?
All right, everyone. When you hear your name, please let me know if you hear or not. All right. First person up, Elvis Austin Jr.
Here.
Evelyn Arauz. Spencer Court.
Love, you on?
I heard her.
Okay.
Miles Burnett.
I'm here.
Luis Castillo. Paula Fields Conyers. Cordero.
Present.
Altagracia Cruz. Julia Cruz.
Here.
Sandra de Jesus. Kevin Ellison. Tanya Ferguson.
I'm here.
Gomez.
Here. I'm here.
Shataria McCoy Gregg.
Here.
Alexandra Guadalupe. Jesse Harris.
Huh? No, I'm at a meeting.
Saquon Hunt.
Here.
Jennifer Kelman.
She's on the phone, but she doesn't know she's muted.
Jeffrey Korn. LaShawn Lindsay. Alia Simone Lindquist.
Present.
Barbara Lopez.
LaShawn is here. I'm sorry, I was on mute.
Gotcha. Thank you, LaShawn.
Okay.
Barbara Lopez. Roland Lopez. Nicholas Mario. Luis Marrero.
Presente.
Cedric McCluster. Monique Bennett.
She's on.
Reverend Moses.
He's trying to get on.
I'm sorry, was that Reverend Moses?
He's trying to get on. He's not on yet.
But he just spoke with me.
Gotcha, thank you. Lynette Olmo.
Here.
Ortiz. Larry Robinson.
Here.
Cynthia Sanchez. Richard Sherman.
Here.
Viancy. Maria Torres.
Here.
Marilyn Rowan.
Here.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. Hold on.
Sandra de Jesus is here too.
Thank you, Sandra.
Mr. Chairman, we have 24 members present.
Thank you very, very much, Yvonne. With that, we had, as everyone knows, the adoption of the minutes. It's being recorded. We can get we will be getting them transcribed, or they're being transcribed, if I'm not mistaken. And so, based on that, once we have them in our hands, we will then make copies and send them out to the full board. But in the meantime, this meeting is being recorded. This meeting is being recorded, so it should be accurate. But if there isn't, please let us know. Call the office when you do get them. Call the office and you can try and correct it. You can also go on YouTube to review anything that needs to that you think was said at the board meeting, or you want to correct, or you want clarification on what was said at the board meeting. Am I correct, Ralph?
Yes, Mr. Chair, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
I'll have Danielle provide in the chat the links to everything. Danielle, can you do that, please? Just put in the chat all of our links. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so the adoption of the minutes, though we have it on the agenda, I need for it to be approved with whatever corrections are made in the near future. Is there anybody to make that motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it. This is Julia.
Thank you. So with that, on the chairman's report, I wish to state that, as I stated before, for anybody that was here last board meeting, I apologize for any issue that came up that may have gotten offended because they felt they got out of hand. I apologize for it. I am not feeling well today based on my taking the COVID test. And so I will be passing over the meeting for tonight to our first vice chair, Julia Cruz. Julia, you're on.
I'm on. Good evening, everybody. Mr. Chairman, thank you so much for the apology, and I appreciate you coming forth with that. Did that conclude your report?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. District Manager's report?
All right, thank you, Madam First Vice Chair and Mr. Chairman. I hope you feel better. Good evening, everyone. Ralph Acevedo, District Manager. The office is still working. I'll be as brief as possible. The office is still working remotely, so you can still contact us Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You can either call the office or email us. We'll get back to you if there's any concerns or questions that people may have. I just want to announce that we are Saturday, March 6th. We're having our Kids for Kids giveaway. It will start at 11 a.m. It's at the Banknote Building. So there's a couple of addresses, but the one we're going to use is 890 Garrison Avenue at the Banknote Building, and that's at 11 a.m. It's first come, first serve. And we're also still accepting applications to for the New York Yankees scholarships. So that will be March 1st is the deadline. We've been blasting out the applications. There's a certain criteria. If people are interested, just please reach out to the office and we can certainly follow up with that. So other than that, that's mainly it for us. And one more other thing. There's still these scams. I'm getting calls about scams regarding vaccinations. So just please be mindful with our elderlies. People are trying to call claiming to set up appointments for vaccinations. And it's just a lure of getting any type of information from that individual. So just please be mindful and spread the word with that. No one's actually calling you unless it's your doctor or whatever other arrangements were made. But no one out of the blue is going to call you about that, vaccinations and then ask for your vital information. So please be mindful of that. And Madam First Chair, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Ralph. Next is Borough President's report. Is Alexis Willis here?
Hi, I'm here. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, Community Board 2. Bobby, I really hope that you feel better. The latest Borough President report has been emailed, so if anybody hasn't received it, please email me or write your name in the chat, and then I can send it to you. Just a few reminders. All board members should have received the sexual harassment training course in their personal emails. Once you complete the form, the completion certificate will be sent to you by email 2 or 3 days later. So once you receive that, please forward that to our office via email. And then also, if you haven't done so already, please fill out and notarize the EEO certification form when you can, and then send it in once that's signed, as well as the meeting attendance form for the new members. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can write in the chat or email me.
Great. Thank you so much. Guys, please complete that sexual harassment course. I have to do it myself, but please complete it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go back to, the district manager's report regarding the Yankee scholarship. Please, there's so many youth in the community that are so talented, and we're not reaching them. So please help us reach them. We only received a handful last year, so we hope to receive at least triple that. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Next report, who do we have for the elected officials?
Julia, before we do that, if everyone can kindly just put their information into the chat, and please, so that we can acknowledge that they're here, and that'll be another way of us getting out information. Madam First Vice Chair, so today we're up to the elected officials report, and I hope she's still on because I'm understanding she has some issues connecting with us, but I think we have State Senator Alessandra Biaggi present here with us.
Wonderful.
And we also have a couple of elected officials actually present here with us. State Senator Sepulveda, I think, is still here, but
still here.
Is the Senator Biaggi? Is she Senator Biaggi? Can you hear? Are you able to talk?
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm having a hard
there
time.
you go.
You can see my video.
Welcome.
Oh, good.
Welcome.
Yep, we good. We got you. Thank you, Senator.
Sure.
Welcome.
Is it my turn to talk?
Yes, it is. You can
Yeah,
go ahead.
sure.
Amazing. Okay, very good. Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm sorry, I don't use this Cisco WebEx as often as I use Zoom, unfortunately, so that's my own fault. But anyway, good evening, everybody. I'm very happy to be here. At the end, I'll put my contact information again into the chat. I'm also joined here today by two members of my team, many of whom you probably know. One of them is Emily Vasquez, and the other is Angel. Angel Betancourt. I should, of course, say his last name. Sorry, Angel. There's a few announcements that I just wanted to make. Number one, the state legislature continues to legislate remotely. Yes, we do have the option of going to Albany to pass bills, but most of our legislative work is being done remotely. For those of you who don't know, we are almost at the end of our budget hearings in Albany. So for the month of February, we essentially have hearings on every single agency topic and jurisdiction. We are just about at the end. If you are interested, I do recommend that you definitely, if you can, check in. Tomorrow is going to be a very important hearing. Why? Because the legislature will be holding a budget hearing on health. Obviously, this is the most important topic that we are all facing right now. I know that there are many other priorities, but health and how our budget is funding the health department and what things we are going to be able to fund, including mental health, is a key, literally, to our recovery in COVID. And so there will be a hearing tomorrow, and Emily or Angel, if either of you could put the link to the public into the chat so that if anybody wants to sign on, they can. That would be awesome. In terms of it being Black History Month, of course, this month we're going to be honoring many different Black-owned businesses. That is how we decided to honor just the history of this month and what it means to us. And so we will actually be honoring your very own Larry Robinson, who is the chair of the Youth Committee. Larry, of course, I know has asked for me to not only participate or just to come to one of the youth committee meetings, but also to maybe at one point talk to your committee members and others who are tuning in. So I really do look forward to doing that because that is one of the best parts of this work. I also want to just make a note that we have been working as an office very closely with HPAC, which is, of course, the Hunts Point Alliance for Children. And so Shamika and Jill and myself and Emily and others in my office have been working closely, not only when it comes to getting devices, because we know that there is still a digital divide, despite the fact that we are almost a year into this crisis, and there are still people who do not have, including children who do not have, whether it is Wi-Fi routers or tablets or computers. And so we understand that that's an issue, and we've been working with them on that. But we also have been working with them on their other programming, and we were able to secure for them funding for their tutoring program, which is really one of the most, just one of the best parts of their program, because what it does is it pairs an older student from the community with one of the younger ones as a mentor, so that it focuses on the future. And then it also asks that younger student, of course, to pay it forward and then to, in the future, become a mentor for another child who needs help. And so that's been something that we've been really excited about. I am very aware in terms of concerns and issues, very aware of the concerns that have been raised as it relates to quality of life. They have all come my way. My team makes sure that every time that they come to this meeting, or any meeting, frankly, that I am briefed with a memo. So we are very aware of the quality of life issues, and we continue to work with DOT, DOE, DSNY, and others to make sure that we are dealing with these things that are facing the community. In terms of let's see, I have so many different things. In terms of the 41st precinct, we also have been in contact with the 41st regarding the arrest of the union workers, of course, which was something that happened last month with the strike of the Teamsters. For me, this was, I think, one of the most important moments that we've seen since I've been here. And that is because I felt like showing support for our essential workers, which of course the Teamsters are and have been, was essential. And so making sure, of course, that we are being respectful of that matters. We are also up to date on the crime report. Thank you very much to the 41st for providing that to my office. There are so many other things, but I know that I don't have the whole time to speak about it. So one final note that I will end on, and then I will put my information in the chat. You can email me again or even DM me on social media, Instagram, Twitter. I don't really use Facebook, so I haven't logged in about a year, even though my team does use it and monitors it. But Instagram and Twitter are the two main places you can contact me. One final thing, and I know that this has come up before, and I know that Angel has relayed this to me. Just for everybody's awareness, so the 34th State Senate District has 8 CBs, 8 community boards, 7 of which we regularly are going to, and that is just community boards. Why am I telling you this? Because I want you all to know that if I can't physically be here or virtually be here, there will always be a representative from my office here to share with me information. And if that is not satisfactory, you can call me on the phone. Ralph has my number. If you need it, you can ask somebody for it. Ralph has it. So, obviously, Ralph, please be judicious with that. But I am always here to help. So we have made ourselves accessible. My team has also made themselves accessible. So please just know that that is the dynamic of this district. And also, of course, community boards are not the only community groups in the district. There are also civic associations, precinct councils, and other meetings that come up. That's not an excuse. That is just the reality of what we are facing every day. So I'm very proud to represent the CB, and I look forward to working with you all in the future as we did in the past 2 years.
Thank you, State Senator Biaggi. That was an earful. That was wonderful. Let me just say thank you for that mentoring program, because I think we learn better if it's not an adult pointing at you and teaching you. I think younger kids with older kids, that's a perfect idea. That's a wonderful idea. And also thank you for honoring Larry, one of our own. So congratulations, Larry.
Congratulations, Larry. Yeah, congratulations, Larry. Yeah.
Congratulations, Larry. Okay, is State Senator Sepulveda still present?
Madam Chair, before Senator Sepulveda speaks, I want to thank, this is the chair, Senator Biaggi. I wish to thank you for making yourself available tonight. It's been myself that has made certain comments. I know
that. It's okay. It's okay. I know. And it's all good.
But understand that I'm a person that I would like to always know that even though staff know, I know because I used to work for the state legislature as well as the city council, I know that the staff always brings back to the principal, but it's always good for at least once in a while that we have the principal here with us, so we can feel that same joy that you have of your staff, the same joy that we can have, that we know that we do it with our council members, we do it with our assembly members, and because of the fact that you've been our representative for now going on the 3rd year, and so it was heartening to us. Why I would say to me, not to have seen you within our meetings, which would avoid a lot of misconceptions.
Sure.
There.
Well, I appreciate you being honest, and and being a straight shooter, that matters to me a lot. So I appreciate you for doing that, number one.
And I also want to thank you for you nominating Larry and getting Larry.
It's my pleasure.
He was a great guy.
It's my pleasure to do it. And let me just say one final thing, just so that you know how, just operationally, how I'm functioning here. I like to make the rounds, and so this is CB2. So now I'm actually going to CB, I think 10 or 11. 11, CB 11 later. But the point I'm trying to make to you is that I try to make it fair and equitable, right? So it to go around the wheel again, I probably won't be back at the next meeting. I'll probably be back at the next one after that. Just know that.
I understand it. Okay. I think we got spoiled because our council members always here. Senator Sepulveda has always made himself available, and we don't ask much, just maybe, hi, how you doing? Reach out to my staff if you need something. But I understand the fact of that you have to go around to all the boards, to all the precincts, to all the community groups. I understand how big a senator's district is.
And this one was drawn specially, so it has perfect little divots that are really, I think.
Yes. And so, and the fact that, I know that you cover a lot of the industrial area of Hunts Point, and they do have a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And sometimes, even though you have your staff here, they may send you the email or a memo on what's going on. We want to spoil everybody, and so our industrial area, as you know, we have the Hunts Point Market, the Hunts Point Fish Market, the Hunts Point Meat Market, and basically that almost, except for the fish market, I believe the produce and the meat market feeds the entire Eastern Seaboard. So sometimes there are major issues that we need you, because you represent that area. We have a bar that's trying to open up.
Yes, I didn't mention that, but I know about the letter and all of it. Yes.
So I know the staff is informing you. All I want to do is just so people do not misunderstand or say, oh, you know what? Yeah, we got a senator and doesn't represent us. I've never said that. I only said we have a senator and we've never seen her.
Well, because I've been present at CB2, but maybe not this year or at the end of last year. Then that's very fair. But what I will say to you is this: you absolutely, from Ralph, should have my cell phone number, first of all, because you can call me if there's an issue, especially urgent issues. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Every other chair and district manager has my number and certainly uses it. So it's not like they don't. So you absolutely have the same. And if I can help in any way, I'm here to help, no matter what is going on.
Thank you very much. I know that in the Zoom world, it's a little, it might be hard, but a little easier than getting you here personally.
It is much easier.
So, like today's my second or third meeting. Ralph knows we've been in meetings today. So it's a little easier than having to run around from board to board to board, precinct board. I understand all of that. I just wanted you to know, yes, I am a straight shooter, and that's been my misfortunes of life.
No, it's a good thing.
Of being a straight shooter. People don't like me because of that. But I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry to me. We share that trait.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to ask you to retake over the meeting. I have to excuse myself for a few minutes.
Okay, no problem.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir. Yes, Reverend.
Yes, this is Reverend John. I want to thank Senator Biaggi for being with us today. But I also want to say that this was not just you raising the issue that we have not seen our senator for the past 3 years. It was the general board, all of us in the board, that we need to see her at least. We've had a relationship with all the elected officials.
Yeah.
And at least once in a year, she's been in office for the past 3 years. And we've been seeing, our staff, there was no excuse, no reason for her not to at least stop by, visit, say hi to the board. Thank you.
I appreciate that, Reverend. So it's not that I haven't been at CB2 0 times. So just to be very clear and to make sure that the record is clear on that.
I'm sure that the record is extremely clear now.
Okay.
But I'm glad that the Reverend came on. He happens he has a church that has a lot of congregants out of your district in the Hunts Point area that comes to his church. So, I guess that's how, and quite a few people feel like that. I have a principal on the chat line that he's also part of your district and he's having problems with his school. But those are issues that I think that now that we see each other face to face, we know that we both speak the truth. Sometimes it's not good, because people misunderstand what you're saying, but I think we understand each other now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you very much. I really do. Thank you.
Thank
you got
you.
it. You bet.
Since Julie's not on, Ralph, who do we have from the elected officials? Do you know?
I think Julie is still here, but thank you, Senator Biaggi. And yes, I do have your number, and you've never put me in voicemail whenever I call, so I appreciate that. I think we have
Thank you, Ralph.
Senator Sepulveda, I think, is still with us.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. And I think the councilman is on also, Ralph.
Yes. Is the council member on? I didn't see that. Okay.
Hey, Bobby, I hope you get better soon. And Ralph, you look really good with that beautiful little baby on your lap.
Thank you.
I want to thank all the board members for the great work that they do. Senator Biaggi.
Very bad connection.
Can you hear me? Bobby, can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yes.
All right. So we have. So Senator Biaggi mentioned some of the things that I want to talk about. So I promise you I will be brief. First of all, just want to inform everyone that the positivity rate for COVID is 5.78 in the Bronx, and that still makes us the highest county.
We lost your voice.
Senator, we lost you there, Senator.
We have boxes.
Senator, I think, has a bad connection here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Senator, you're coming in broken up, and I don't know where you're at now.
Yeah, you got to do like that guy on Verizon. Do you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Bobby,
sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I hear you.
You can hear me. Okay. So as I was saying, Senator Biaggi mentioned some of the things that I want to say, but I'll give you the positivity rate for COVID in the Bronx is 5.78, which still makes us the highest in the entire city. We have to continue to wear face masks. We've given out 45,000 face masks since COVID started. We have more boxes. If anybody needs any organization, please reach out to us. But one effort that we're working diligently on in my office is to getting people vaccinated. We have created an active wait list for COVID vaccine, so we can help people either that don't speak English, speak a foreign language. We have several people that speak several languages in my office, and we're helping connect people to providers of vaccines. Last weekend, we vaccinated ourselves. We helped vaccinate about 200 people, and we're probably going to do like another 250 this weekend. So if anybody wants to get on our wait list, what we do is that providers like Urban Health, United, or Health and Hospitals, or Victim Services, VIP Services, we're working with all of them. We get our list, and then we connect them with the providers, and we've been successful about 90% of the time with people getting vaccinated. So if anybody wants to get vaccinated, my staff member, Nipa, will provide the information so you can get on the list. And I promise you we'll help you get vaccinated as soon as possible. This week, legislature, the Senate passed a set of bills to protect people that are in nursing homes. Well, that's been a top issue in the last few weeks because of the death of 15,000 people and was underreported by 50%. But let me tell you some of the things that we're going to do. The package is going to establish direct patient care spending ratio for nursing homes. What many people don't know is that nursing homes are for-profit, most of them, and they don't use all the money that they're supposed to use for patient care. So we're going to mandate a certain ratio so that people that are in nursing homes are protected and get the kind of care that they deserve. We created a task force to reimagine delivery of long-term care. We're going to allow what's called personal and compassionate care visitors. So remember, during COVID, many people couldn't see their family, their elder families at the nursing homes. Well, we're going to create a mechanism so that could happen. We're going to have the nursing homes mandate their ratings. All nursing homes are rated. You should know what they're rated, because if they're poorly rated, then you should not put a family member there. And we're going to require more infection control policies by nursing homes and require state health officials to conduct more thorough inspections. On another end, it's important for us is we have established passed bills that are going to that's part of the utilities and are protect us from some of the abuses by utilities. And what that's going to be, it's going to extend the COVID-19 moratorium for utility service disconnections. We're going to hold utilities accountable for failure in restoring your service. We're going to ensure that utility companies do not pass on the cost of legislative lobbying to consumers. These utility services, they have lobbyists up in Albany and Washington, and they're so expensive that they want to pass the cost us to as consumers, and that's unfair. We should not allow that. And we're going to have a voice for consumer advocacy in the Public Service Commission. So we're going to strengthen that component so that utilities treat us with respect and give us the service that we want without interruption and overcharging us. So make sure that if you want all this information, you want specific information on the legislation, you can reach out to my office. I was proud to have two of my bills passed the Senate Standing Committee on Civil Service and Pension. So now what we're going to have is we're going to have what's called, we're going to make the civil service exam available on SUNY campuses' educational opportunity centers. Most of those centers are down in the southern part of the state, mostly black and brown communities. They weren't getting this information readily the way they do upstate. So they
Buenas noches. Buenas noches, Altagracia.
Hello.
Gracias, Altagracia. Continue, Senator.
Okay, I'm sorry. Office of mine, we continue to work for the community. We're still doing a lot of help with unemployment assistance. We've done almost 700 people now at this point. So if anybody's in need of help with unemployment claims, please reach out to us. We're helping with food insecurity. We're helping with SNAP and cash assistance with Medicaid and landlord-tenant issues and foreclosure issues. Landlord-tenants, remember, you cannot be evicted unless a landlord provides a hardship affidavit. And if that hardship, through that hardship, you can prove that COVID is impacting you economically, that you can't pay your rent, then they cannot use your rent to evict you. If a person owns a building with 10 or less units, we are now preventing foreclosure proceedings from starting in our state courts. So we're going to protect the homeowner, but we're certainly going to protect the tenant. If anybody needs help with taxes or any other matter, I encourage you to reach out to us. My information will be on the chat. My personal cell number, I don't care if everybody has it, it's 347-582-8173. Again, that's 347-582-8173. I make it readily available. If anybody wants to call me, you can call me up to 12 o'clock. After that, I get my viejo sleep. So thank you all for listening. Please stay safe, protect yourselves, and God bless everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Senator.
The council member on also.
Yes,
we have Madam First Vice Chair. We have Council Member Salamanca on also. Council member.
Yeah.
Councilman.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I promise I will be brief. First, I'm excited to be here on a monthly basis, and this is my board. I love coming here. Very quickly. So tomorrow in my office from 9 to 5, we will have COVID testing in my district office. That's a regular testing. You would get your result in 2 days. It's a self-testing that you would do. And on Friday, this is something new, and I'm going to start doing it every Friday. I'm going to have a van parked in front of our office to do rapid testing, where you can get your results in 15 minutes.
Right.
So we encourage everyone to come. So if you want to go away on the weekend and you want to show that you tested negative, that's a great opportunity where you can get your results in 15 minutes, and they'll give you a printout of it. But they also do the PCR testing, which is a more intense testing, but that's a more accurate testing. And that you can get your results within 24 hours. So tomorrow, testing, self-testing in my district office. Friday, rapid testing in front of my district office. On Monday, I'm going to have a food drive, but it's going to be for dogs and cats. So for all of you that have pets, dogs and cats, we're going to have food for both dogs and cats, and we're also going to have snacks for both dogs and cats. On Monday, we did a big a street cone naming for Fred the Godson. For those of you that know, Fred the Godson is a rapper from our community, born and raised on Leggett and Kelly Street. And Fred the Godson passed away in April because of COVID. And so we decided to do a street cone naming for him at the request of his family. It was approved by the council, and we had about 250 people on Monday out there. Many rappers from throughout the city, including Fat Joe, Jim Jones, and many other. And so it was an extremely...
we were, Salamanca. Thank you. Yes, we were.
Yes, you were. It was a very exciting time.
Salamanca.
You're very welcome.
For allowing it.
You're very welcome. I think it was well deserved. The weather was, it was snowing, it had a little rain, but that did not stop people from honoring this young man in our communities. And so I'm extremely happy to have been able to do that for the family. And then finally, two things. As you can see, if you follow me on social media, I've been getting a lot. So, there's an election coming in September. And we have mayoral candidates who want to come and they want to come visit the community. Today I was with Andrew Yang. I took him around to Urban Health Plan. I took him to Southern Boulevard. But what's most important for me as I'm talking to these mayoral candidates is I want to know what do they know about our communities and how they can help us in addressing affordable housing, addressing the homelessness issue, right? We don't want more homeless shelters. We want more housing for homeless families. Addressing COVID and asthma, and also addressing the opioid crisis. So in a nutshell, that is my presentation, and I just want to thank you, Mr. Chair and District Manager and the board for allowing me to present.
Just for a second, I also want to thank the councilman for putting a meeting together today with the executive committee and himself and Councilman, what was his name? Constantine.
Mr. Crespo, can I speak briefly on that? I should have said it. I should have explained why that meeting happened today.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So, for those of you that know, Rikers Island belongs to the Bronx. Rikers Island belongs to Bronx Community Board 2. So everything bad that happens in Rikers Island gets attached to the 4-1 precinct. And so, as you know, the city council about a year ago voted to shut down Rikers Island. And effective
somebody has their mic open. Councilman.
So effective January 1st of 2026, Rikers Island will become a public land. So the council member that represents Rikers Island is Council Member Casa Constantinides. And so he's your council member as well for Rikers Island. And in the council, I've been noticing that there were bills that will be introduced as to what to do with Rikers Island, whether it's a renewable Rikers in terms of energy efficiency, water filtration plant. And while I'm in favor of all that to be created in Rikers, I reminded the council member and the council when they voted 2 weeks ago for this bill that Community Board 2 was never part of the discussions or sat on the table when they were reviewing this bill. And I voted no for that bill, and I made a public statement about it. And so I got a commitment from the council member that he will come present to the executive board, which he did today. And next month, I'm working with the chairman to have a separate meeting with just Community Board 2. I'm asking that there be an executive meeting with just Community Board 2 so that Council Member Constantinides can present his bills to the immediate board, and in return, the board will present a report to the Economic Development Committee. So, thank you, Mr. Chair. I should have brought that up in my talking points. Thank you for recognizing and acknowledging those efforts.
Thank you, because without you, it would have never happened. For 3 years, we knew this was happening, and for 3 years they overlooked us. But it didn't fall on deaf ears because God works in mysterious ways, and when it needed to be heard, it was heard. So thank you. Madam Chair, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Madam Chair, we also have Assembly Member Chantel Jackson with us tonight. Assembly Member.
Okay, I turned it over back to the chairman.
No. Take it over. I just wanted to thank the council for talking.
No. I'm actually involved in something, so go ahead.
Assembly Member, I'm sorry. Assembly Member Jackson, how are you?
Everyone, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
All is
good, Assembly Member. We're good. We hear you.
I'm in Albany doing what you guys voted and elected me to do. So thank you to my state senators who came on, and I don't really have to say much on the legislation side because they pretty much covered everything. But as far as my office, we are planning to open the district office officially towards the middle end of March, so you guys will be fully aware when the district office is open. It will be appointment only. During that time, we'll be helping constituents with whatever services they need. Right now, my staff is working remotely, and they did drop my information in the chat. Drop it again, Kelvin, for them, please. So if people need assistance right now, they can definitely send an email, which is the fastest way to get in contact with someone, or they can call the district office, and we'll definitely get back. But we will be opening the office remotely towards the middle, end of March, and I'll make sure that you guys are fully aware when that is. And it'll be appointment only.
I need for you to take over.
Oh, okay. It'll be appointment only just so we can make sure everyone is staying safe. Like Senator Sepulveda, we are helping people get their vaccination appointments. And we're also working with VIP services to make sure that people have access to testing as well. So that's definitely happening. My staff and I are working on Women's Month. Women's Month is coming up, and we want to make sure that we do some great programs on that. Nothing has been finalized, so when it does, we'll make sure we reach out to community boards so you guys are aware of it. I know caucus, a number of you have gone up for the caucus weekend, and it actually is starting tomorrow, February 25th. And tomorrow I'm going to be on a panel surrounding Black maternal health and the disparities in it. So you can definitely log on to the Black, Hispanic, Latino, Asian caucus and get your tickets. It is virtual. But they are still selling tickets for that. It's going to be an amazing weekend, even though it's virtual. We're going to have some fun. I think there's a Family Feud that I'm a part of at night, so that should be interesting. But yeah, so caucus is still happening, even though it's virtual. We have some events coming up for the month of March. I did my first proclamation. I heard Salamanca talk about a dear life that we lost last year to COVID. But my first proclamation went to, and the younger people know who this is. Us older folks, maybe not. But my first proclamation went to Murder Mook, who is a battle rapper. Oh, and you can ask your kids and your grandkids about it. They can be like, who's Murder Mook? And they can be able to tell you, one of the best. And he received my first proclamation, which I'm excited about because he's from Harlem. And I'm also from Harlem, but he's doing some amazing work with one of our community leaders, Sleep Johnson, around helping people who are formerly incarcerated create entrepreneurship for themselves and, create businesses so that they don't have to be without work. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, so we are working. We're doing what you guys have us to do, to work on the budget, pass legislation, and we take care of our people. So my information is in the chat. Feel free to reach out to me if you guys need anything. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm back, guys. Is anybody else here to speak? From our
Madam First Vice Chair, I don't know if we have any more electeds, but we certainly have their liaisons on. And I apologize because I'm trying to find if there are anybody on, but I have it up, and we can just go down the list, if anything.
Yeah, just go down the list. State Assemblywoman Arroyo's, is any representative here for her?
No, well, that would be Amanda Septimo. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Is anybody here for Assemblyman Arroyo? Okay. Council member.
No. Septimo. Yeah, so we got, I think Jose's on.
Ralph, we need to change that because that's what it says on the.
I know. I'm just noticing that. I apologize for that.
All right, I'm
so we have to Councilman Ayala.
Do I need to step down again, or?
We have Adrienne Felton. She's from the Attorney General's office.
Jose's here. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Jose. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I will be extremely brief. Just want to thank everyone for this opportunity to greet you all and send greetings on behalf of Councilmember Diana Ayala. I want to announce the council member has been recently appointed the new chair of the Committee for Consumer Affairs and Business Licensing, as well as her Bronx colleagues have elected her and Councilmember Riley as co-chairs of the Bronx delegation. So that's extremely happy about that, and ensuring that the proper resources come into the borough of the Bronx through the Bronx delegation under her leadership and also Councilmember Riley's leadership. Lastly, I just want to basically send greetings on her behalf, and as always, the council member urges everyone to remain vigilant and continue to take measures in working to stop the spread of the virus. As we all know, as Senator Sepulveda indicated, the number of cases of COVID-19 in the Bronx, but also in the citywide, still remains quite high. And we should all take the steps to prevent COVID-19, especially people with underlying health conditions, as well as those who live with or care for them, should take special precautions, such as avoid public spaces and gatherings, wear face coverings at all time, indoors and outdoors. There's also a new issue out, as we should all wear a double mask, have your PPE protective and a cloth mask over that. As well, do not leave home except for work, especially if you are susceptible to the virus as those individuals who have those underlying conditions. And if you feel sick, please stay home and continue to get tested. As we all know, administering the COVID-19 vaccine will be critical in bringing this pandemic under control. And there is still quite limited supply of the vaccine from the federal government at this time. However, we continue to urge everyone to check the city's vaccine finder page and or call for available appointments. New appointments will open up once more vaccines become available. To find a location near you, please go to www.vaccinefinder.nyc.gov or call 877-829-4692. And by logging on or calling, you will get a list of those locations that are run by the city and or all those facilities that are actually open to the public, as well as the city facilities. And again, the council member wants to assure everyone that she will continue, as well as her staff, to advocate for fair and equitable access to the vaccine. District 8 has been one of the hardest hit by this pandemic, and there must be an account for the health inequities and disparities faced by underserved communities such as ours. And lastly, our office has been open since June and remains to be open Monday through Friday. And you may please call us at our Bronx District office at 347-287-4922. And that concludes my report. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there anybody? I'm handicapped today because I can't see anything. Is there anybody else here?
Maria from the Controller's office.
We do. I just, Madam First Vice Chair, if we can just go, we have the attendance list up. I know that you're on the phone. If we can just maybe just run down the attendance list so that we capture everyone.
I tried, but some of the names were wrong. So, okay.
No, I know. We're fine now. Yeah, so we're up to now. Anyone from City Planning? Anyone from City Planning? Okay. Then we're up to now Assemblymember Burgos. Is there anyone here from Assemblymember Burgos? So we heard from Assemblymember Jackson. So now we're up to the Congressman Torres. I know that Nanette was on. Nanette.
I'm here.
Hi. Yes, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm Nanette Alvarado. I'm the District Director for Congressman Richie Torres' office. As you can imagine, it's been quite a hectic beginning for our time in Congress as of yet. So here are a few updates. In district, our office is open. We are all working from it. We are not accepting walk-ins because of COVID, but please feel free to call and we can certainly schedule something. And I'll include all the information in the chat again. In D.C., Richie had passed his first legislative win. He passed the amendment to the National Apprenticeship Act, and that promoted apprenticeships for English language learners. Right now, our main focus and where he has been concentrating his efforts is to expanding the child tax credit. It has successfully been included in the COVID relief package that's expected to pass Congress. Leading Democrats were able to get it to be included in the COVID relief package, and that's going to be for at least a year. It would increase the tax credit from a max of $2,000 to $3,600 for any child under 6, and would allow for a tax credit of $3,000 for any child 6 to 17. Congressman Torres and 2 other leading Democratic representatives are leading the charge to make it a permanent tax credit with the American Rescue Act. As it stands right now, the child tax credit lifts families out of poverty, but still leaves behind 2/3 of all families in the Bronx, and that disproportionately is affecting Black and Latino families and single mothers. I'm the point person for all CB6 meetings now, so I'll be sharing my personal cell phone number with Ralph and Roberto. So if you guys need anything, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my email address again in the chat. And I'm grateful to be here, and I hope we can work together moving forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have from the Controller's Office, I think Mariel is on.
Hi, everyone. It's Mariel de la Cruz, the Bronx Borough Director for the New York City Comptroller Scott Stringer. Thank you for having me here today. I just wanted to announce 2 quick things. One, we have a summer internship program, as I'm going to share again. I think I shared it with Cynthia earlier this week, I believe. Again, the application deadline is March 5th. It is for college students, undergrad and graduate, young and a little more mature, and it is paid. So like I've mentioned before, I know that I didn't have an opportunity to do internships for free, and I know that that's a hardship for a lot of folks in the community. So I will definitely put that link on the chat, and feel free to invite anyone that is enrolled actively in college for that opportunity. And I just wanted to briefly, because I can't see time, but I can briefly go over one of the most recent reports that the Comptroller has had regarding public safety. So this report is rooted in the view that we conceive public safety very narrowly at the cost of communities of color. So what we wanted to do is address certain issues, including more partnerships with the community, ensure accountability, address chronic needs, which would, in fact, make the city a lot safer. So I'm going to go down a few recommendations that we have. One is to transfer homelessness, mental health, substance abuse, wellness checks, and other 911 calls and responsibilities to non-police crisis response teams that are trained to deal with some of those issues. Expand social workers and guidance counselors available to students, and that is a way to end the school-to-prison pipeline, and it's actually worked in other cities around the country, reducing crime and reducing beef, as we would say. We would also invest in community-based violence prevention programs, and I know that a lot of the great community groups that exist now struggle a lot with funding, so that's something that we want to make sure that money that was going to the NYPD, and part of my boss's job is to ensure that he explains ways in which we could be more efficient with the budget. And that was one of the solutions that he has. And also to expand the authority of CCRB. There are quite a few other recommendations, and I can also add the link to this report. And then lastly, what I wanted to say as well is I know that there are a lot of smaller community meetings that happen within CB2, but I cannot attend them if I'm not invited. And that is the best way for me to represent the community, is to be aware of other things that are going on along with the community board. But I will definitely put my name and information on the chat again. We'll share the police reform report that I just read, as well as the summer internship program application. Again, the summer internship application is due March 6th. So thank you so much for having me on here today. And I'll stay on for a little while, but I also have another community board that I need to hop off in a little bit. Thank you. And
thank you so much for that.
Bobby, I hope you get better soon. And Ralph, I would like to see your baby. But that's it. I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you. Next up, Anita Reyes is on from the Department of Health. Anita?
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Anita Reyes. I'm the Acting Assistant Commissioner for the Bronx Bureau of the Neighborhood Health, which is the local office of the New York City Department of Health. As you all have heard, COVID is still on our radar. We are at a very important moment, and we are asking everyone to help with sharing information. I'm thankful for Senator Sepulveda, who talked about, what's happening in his office with COVID, but also Jose Rodriguez, who really talked about all the things that I was going to talk about. So just quickly, I want to say that the Department of Health is bringing more pop-up sites, COVID vaccination sites to these neighborhoods, and we want to make sure that we share the information with you so that you could share with your constituents and clients. But it's also important that if people need information that you can contact us. We're happy to do presentation, answer questions, and just partner to make sure that the message gets out to the community. So I want to thank you for just everything that you're doing during this really important time in our community.
Thank you so much for that, Anita. I don't know if we have anyone on from.
Excuse me, Ralph. This is Paula. Could Miss Anita please put that information in the chat for me about reaching out to her to do presentations?
Yes, I'll put my information on the chat. Please feel free to email me or call me. I'm always happy to answer questions and do presentations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't think we have anyone from the Public Advocate's Office, but I do know that Ms. Felton is on from the Attorney General's Office, right, Ms. Felton?
Good evening. Hello, everyone. Yes, my name is Adrienne Felton, and I represent New York State Attorney General Letitia James. I just wanted to come on and ask you to please contact our office if there are any scams. I heard the District Manager Ralph mention earlier about getting calls regarding scams and COVID-19 vaccines. We have a task force that is diligently investigating and expediting a halt on all those types of scams. Also, we also noticed that there has been quite a few landlords who are not adhering to the moratorium of evictions and trying to intimidate the tenants that are living within their building. So if you guys hear that, my information is in the chat. I really would appreciate it if you guys would reach out to me. In there is my desk and my cell number, and my email address. And I also wanted to lastly share that our office launched an investigation last year on Amazon for not having a safe work environment. And now we have sued them on behalf of those persons that are there. And we also are actively going after the bosses there who are attacking the workers for being whistleblowers. And so many workers within the Amazon facility are acting as frontline workers. And there are some of the buildings are not clean. They're not giving them PPE. They are literally saying if you don't come, you'll get fired. And a lot of them have been sick. So we have aggressively done a lawsuit against them. So again, my name is Adrienne Felton. My information is in the chat. And if there's anything I can do, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Felton. And Madam First Vice Chair, I think we have one more person, Christine, from the Bronx District Attorney's Office. Christine was one of the first people on tonight, so I know she's been patiently waiting here. Thank you, Christine. Christina, are you there?
We hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, Christina, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Tina, you're coming in broken up. I don't know if anyone else, but I can't hear her.
Yeah,
there you go. Coming out.
I am breaking up. Okay.
Yeah, talk now. I think we can see you now.
Okay. So we are still working remotely within the Community Affairs Unit. Our Crime Victim Assistance Unit is up and running for in-person by appointment. So if you know anyone that is a victim of crime and they're looking for assistance or resources, have them reach out by contacting 718-590-2115. And if you know of anyone that is interested in virtual workshops for the community, be it youth workshops, community workshops, you can reach out to Robert Spencer, who's our concept coordinator, at 347-203-0355, and I'll reshare that information in the chat. Thank you, CD2. And Bobby, I hope you feel
Thank
better.
you so much. Thank you so much. Madam First Vice Chair, I think that concludes the elected officials' reports. I don't see anybody else on.
Excuse me, Ralph. Can I just have Ms. Christina put her information in the chat where she can be contacted? I needed to speak to her.
Yeah, she said she's going to do that right now.
Okay, I could see it on the screen. So the next
perfect.
is our.
Thank you.
Okay, the next
We're
is
up to
our
committee.
Okay, go ahead, Ralph.
I'm sorry. No, we're up to the committees. I'm sorry, Madam First Vice Chair.
Okay, we're up to committee meetings, housing and land use. Paula Fields Conyers. Paula?
Everyone. Yes, good evening, everyone. Hope all is well. Our meeting was held with a presentation by, it was supposed to be for Ms. Kelly Green from Banana Kelly, but she never showed up, and she was going to present information about programs that her office offer and would be helpful to the community at large. She will be on next month's calendar to come and do the presentation. Unfortunately, an emergency came up and she could not attend. We also had a presentation done by Erica Elderton of Community Access, which is the overseer of the building on 985 Buckner Boulevard. And her presentation went into security, safety, and who's getting services. The in detail report is online as it is online at the website that the community board minutes are on. And then we had a presentation done by Mike Nolan from PRC, which was to give a presentation about the Tiffany Street site and what's going on and when it's going to open. The in detail report of that presentation is also online. And also at that presentation, they had a large number of tenants from PRC that had very legitimate concerns about safety currently in the buildings that they own on Simpson Street. And the outcome of that was that we will have an in-detail meeting with different management offices in our district, because not only was PRC experiencing the type of crisis that was going on in their business, so was Waycrest, which was at the meeting. So evidently it's a problem in the district. So myself is planning on having a meeting with different community partners along with the management agencies in the district to try to come up with a resolution for this crisis, and that outcome of that meeting will be discussed in May's housing and land meeting. That meeting will be scheduled for April, and that's my report.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you.
Excuse me. Can I say something to you?
Excuse me.
Hello.
Thank you, Madam. Excuse me. Thank you, Madam Chair, for your report, and thank you for all the hard work. I think Maggie put in the chat that she had a question. Maggie?
Yes, I want to know if Paula has my management company down to bring onto the table.
Your company is, Maggie, your company, as you stated at the meeting, will definitely be invited.
Wonderful. Did anybody else have a question?
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Paula, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
Say something.
Go ahead, Altagracia.
Okay, you said about the meeting for the land that's going to be in May, but see, the next month is March. You're going to leave in March and April out?
The outcome of the meeting will be reported in May's meeting. The meeting with the partners and the community board will be held in April, and it must be done in April because the elected officials, due to their calendar, we don't know what they're going to have available, so I figured I'd give them 30 days in advance notice instead of 2 weeks, and that meeting will be held in April.
Oh, but I think if I'm not wrong, I think it's for next month, March. That's the time they're supposed to come to the meeting and to fix another situation.
Who's coming to what meeting in March?
No, remember when we got the housing meeting, we talking about other different complaints. And if I'm not wrong, I hear, so the next meeting, that's going to be March, they supposed to bring all of them to the meeting.
No, that's incorrect. I have no knowledge of that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, ladies, and thank you, Paula, for your work. Next committee is Economic Development, Chair Maria Torres.
Hello, and I'm sorry, my dogs are going to bark in a minute because somebody's coming in the house. But thank you all. So at our meeting, we had Marion Jones, the Bronx organizer of Transportation Alternatives, and they were seeking a letter of support from the department to the Department of Transportation regarding traffic safety at certain areas. So two of the main areas, being Westchester and Prospect Avenue. I think everybody familiar with this area knows it as the Five Corners, and it's always been a problem, as well as Reverend James Polite and 163rd Street. They would like to do more traffic studies to figure out how to make it safer for pedestrians and cyclists and cars in general. Well, not cars in general because they're transportation alternatives. But they wanted a letter of support, and our committee passed that. It was passed unanimously, so we should have a resolution about that, but I don't see that here.
We just put up the items that were on the agenda. Yes, it's seeking a letter of support for the street. So you, Madam Chair, you indicated it on your minutes. So we wanted to leave it just so that we don't narrow it down to specifics. I'm not sure if you remember that.
Yeah, I think we were saying, because they looked at a very broad area, and we wanted to specify the areas that were within our district, and I think those are the two spaces, right? Westchester and Prospect, and 163rd and Reverend James Polite. And so what I had here is a letter of support to the Department of Transportation. Hold on a second. Letter of support to the DOT, calling for safety improvements to Westchester Avenue, Prospect Avenue, and 163rd and Reverend James Polite, including following elements: sidewalk extensions, raised crosswalks, and improved lighting and better signage to improve pedestrian and cyclist safety.
Madam Chair. Yes, and Madam Chair, since the committee voted on it unanimously, then all it needs is a second and then a vote.
Is the second, and then we vote. Did everybody hear the resolution that was read?
Yes, I'm here. That's cool. I approve.
Okay. I need somebody to second it.
I'm seconding.
I second. Oh, okay. We have two people that second. Cynthia, you got that? I think Altagracia was first.
Yes, thank you.
I got it. Okay, so we're not gonna do all in favor. Does anybody oppose this resolution? Not hearing none, does anybody abstain?
Reverend John has to abstain because he.
Yes, Reverend John,
Reverend
the
John
pastor
abstains.
of Word of Life. Yes.
Okay, it passes. Okay, Madam Chair?
Thank you very much. And then the other, we had, let's see, Pratt came and New York City EDC and Pratt presented, as well as Workforce One presented to our committee. And thank you very much. In the interest of time, I'll move on to the next.
Thank you very much, and thank you for all your work. Next up is the FLP, Pastor John.
Yes, thank you very much. We met, and then we had 4 items on our agenda. The first one had to do with a new application by La Finca Bar and Grill. They were not able to attend, So we tabled their request for or the application for renewal or transfer of their license. And then the second item was the renewal of application for R&M Lounge, located at 658 Dawson Street, Bronx. And they are applying for beer, wine, and cider license. They will have a recorded music as well as a jukebox. There will be a full food menu, full kitchen run by a chef and a cook. There will be no outdoor permit for this. A motion was tabled and approved by the committee. So we are bringing this before the general board for approval. I would like to.
So Pastor John, this was
Hold on. We got a point of reference here. I'm sorry, Madam First Vice Chair. There's an error with the item on the agenda.
Okay.
Is a full liquor license. It's not a beer, wine, or cider. What was passed at the committee was for the full liquor license. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay. So my question was, it was passed at committee level.
Correct.
Yes. Oh, okay. So we just have to. Does anybody second it?
I'll second.
I second. Who was the first one?
Alexandra.
Okay. And we'll just have to take a vote, and we'll do it the same way. Is anybody opposed to this resolution? To this application? Is anybody opposed? Is anybody abstaining? Hearing none, it passes. Go ahead, Pastor John. Number 3.
Yes, number 3. We also had an application for renewal from B&B Randall Restaurant, located at 1328 Randall Avenue, and they are applying for beer, wine, and cider license. This was also approved at the committee level.
Okay, so because it was approved at committee level, is there a second?
I'm going to be a second.
Okay, Altagracia, I got you. Thank you.
Okay, anybody, any comments, any discussion? Okay, hearing none, I'll do it the same way again. Anybody opposed to this resolution? Any abstentions? Hearing none, it passes. Pastor John?
Yes, and the last item was also an application for corporate change from Torres Mexican Cuisine. That's located at 859 East 149th Street. They're also applying for beer, wine, cider license. This was also approved at the committee level.
Okay, since it was approved at committee level, do I have a second?
Alexandra Guadalupe, second. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll do it the same way. Anybody has any comments, any discussion? Okay, so I'll do it the same way again. Anybody opposed? Any abstentions?
This is Miles. I abstained. My microphone wasn't working. I abstained on the other ones as well.
Okay, thank you, Miles.
Sorry about that.
We could hear you
No
now.
worries.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so hearing one abstention, no opposed, it passes. Thank you, Pastor John. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you. Have a good evening, and thank you for your hard work on the committee. Next is Health and Human Services, Chair Luis Marrero.
Hi, everyone. I was looking for the button to unmute myself. So we had our meeting on February 2nd. We had 3 presentations. One was by NICA, the Neighborhood Foundation for Intercultural Affairs. And so they basically spoke about the services, and this is a housing intervention and assistance services for community residents. I invite you to go to the minutes. You'll see all the details, contact information. Also, we have a presentation from the New York City Department of Veterans, a really good presentation and really good information. Again, this is a city agency that provides services to the veterans. Again, we encourage you to go to the minutes and you'll see the details and contact information. And lastly, we have a presentation by the Department of Health, Anita, that spoke before, but she was more specific and she spoke about COVID numbers, in the Bronx and citywide. And I encourage you to go and look at the presentation in minutes because you have more information in that minutes. That's basically what we discussed in our committee meeting, and encourage you to come next month to our health committee. Thank you very much, and have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Chairman. And that veterans discussion that we had was very lively. So if you know any veterans, please give them the information that was shared at the Health and Human Services. Thank you, Chairman. Next, we have Youth Services, Chairman Larry Robinson. Larry, before you start, congratulations again, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you. You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, the Youth Service Committee meeting was February 17, 2021, 6 o'clock Wednesday. It was a great meeting. I suggest you guys look at the minutes so you know what happened. That's it.
Larry, don't forget the Yankee scholarship. Pass the word around.
I'm doing that already.
Yeah, we need more. We need more candidates. It'll be great. Okay, and
I need some applications.
Okay, can somebody put that information for her and send it out again?
She could put it on the chat and we'll email it out.
Yeah, please keep passing
the
word
around. I put in the email, Cynthia. I put my email.
Next is special events. V. Tavares.
V is not here. V is not here, but I think Cynthia will provide an update.
Cynthia, thank you.
Okay, so after the meeting, I will be sending out a flyer for the event that we're going to be hosting on March 6th, which is Saturday at 11 a.m. We're doing resupply student care package giveaway. So each child that's there will receive a box with school supplies, which is loose leaf, spiral notebooks, pencils, pens, rulers, just so they have at least to the end of the year. And the child must be present. It will have extra masks just in case people get online without. It's going to be held at the Banknote Building, thanks to Jay, who's pretty much, we're able to deliver everything to his office. We're able to work in his office and pretty much just show up. So thank you to Ray Arroyo. And the address will be at 840. I always confuse it. I'm sorry, Ray.
890.
890 Garrison.
890 Garrison.
Garrison.
So if you're familiar with the area,
in the parking lot.
Yes. It's right across the street from the McDonald's on Tiffany and Garrison Avenue. So it's the big building, the big factory building across the street from the McDonald's.
When you get there, you'll see tents and you'll see a line, and we'll have everything set up for you with tables.
Yes.
Like you said, all you have to do is show up. It'll be very visible. There'll be security there to help guide people too, and volunteers from the community board. From the community council.
We will be doing that, and we will be with the help of HPAC. They're donating 2 laptops. So we're gonna do a lottery, and while we're there, we'll collect people's information, whoever's interested in joining the lottery, and then we'll have to figure out how they do it. But we were trying to see if we can do like a live grab and pick, so that way they know who wins, and HPAC will be delivering the laptops to the 2 winners.
Can I ask a question?
Yep. Yep.
How they can be? The person has to go to sign the name, or anyone can participate. Are the people living in this side, they can be there too?
Yeah, it's open to everyone. It's open to everyone, and the only way that they're able to get into the raffle is they have to be online. So each child will receive.
No, I don't say that. I say my question was, if you the people from this side of the community, like a community board down here all the way, anyone can want to go over there with the kids, the kids can get it what they have. They don't have to put their name before that day? Or
No,
only
it's not. No, it's for everyone in community board too, whether they're in the Hunts Point side or the Longwood side. It doesn't matter.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because I speak to a couple of people in the community, and they scared, and they ask me, can you find out if they can go to over there too? Because I don't got all the information. I don't have no words to let them know. That's what I asked.
Well, after tonight's meeting, I'm sending out the flyer, and I'll send it I'll actually text it as well.
Okay.
Tell everybody who has kids to go, and it should be fine. Okay, we have to. There's the flyer. If you can see it, there's the flyer. But tell them they're welcome to go. Okay, Cynthia, thank you. You're very welcome. Cynthia, thank you very much. I know old business comes next, but I wanted to say something. I want to thank all the chairs, because I know it's not easy, and I know some people, work long hours, and you guys are always, trying to push, ahead. So I wanted to personally thank you all, and I wanted to personally thank the guests that stay with us long hours, and our district manager, the employees. Thank you all, because it makes it happen. We're one team, and that's, we need to always make sure that we remember that. So thank you all the chairs, and thank you everybody, and let's just continue making it happen. It's been a long, hard year, and we're going to get through this. We just got to continue working together. So thank you all. Anybody?
I'm sorry, can I just say, I want to say one more thing. So before our event, we do have another special event meeting before the event. So if you're really interested in knowing more about the event, you can email us, and I'll send out the link so that way everyone's able to attend that event.
Wonderful. Let's make it happen. Any old business?
Yeah, Julia, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I just want to remind everybody that also the New York Yankee Foundation, the Community Benefit Fund Foundation, has applications. The office has, and I think that Cynthia has sent out several times. I really would like to see a good representation from Community Board 2. Last year was not a very good representation, and we lost money to other community boards, especially those boards and those communities that really didn't need the money. Unfortunately, they got in first, and they got their, they got reviewed first, and I had a big discussion at the board because of it. But I would like for everyone to, if you have a community organization and you're a 501c3 and you need money, we can go up to $15,000. If you're a league, we go up to $1,500. And if you're a block association or a buildings tenants association or whatever, you can also ask for tickets. All the other categories can ask for tickets, but the only ones that don't need to be incorporated are the block associations or the tenants associations, and you can ask for tickets. I don't know how many they're going to give us just yet, because they still haven't made any determination on how they're going to have people at the stadium. But please apply for it, and whatever it is, we will try and make sure and especially myself, I will try to make sure, since I am a member of that foundation, that we put that community board too does not get looked over again.
That's one thing I have to give to my chairman. My chairman always looks out for the community. He makes sure that if the money can come to the community, it does. And a lot of us have to tell you thank you for that. And thank you for pushing us. So I'm very grateful for all you do.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you.
You're welcome. And all my old people have TVs and recreational stuff, so thank you. Any other old business? Come on, you guys. Everybody's so quiet. Okay, new business.
I wanted to, Paula, remember when they got the meeting, the housing meeting, when the landlord came to, please don't forget the Tiffany. It's already a lot of people living there in Tiffany new building.
Yeah, I'm sure Paula will remember. She keeps talking about it. So, Paula, make sure you remember. Any new business?
Excuse me, Madam Chair. What did Altagracia say?
She's telling us about the meeting that you mentioned about the landlord, to make sure that she's informed of it.
That meeting will be for partners and the community executive board members. The meeting in May will be for tenants, advocates, and everyone else who wants to attend.
Right. No, I said, Paula, I said que remember para that meeting to don't forget, because when I told in the housing meeting, the last meeting, there's a lot of people living already in the new building in Tiffany, and there's a lot of those people is from out of the community. And the people in the community, they don't hear about that, and they don't come to tell the community board. They open it, and they started moving people in there. So, thank you.
Okay, so I will confirm with the 50% community preference.
Right. Eso mismo. Thank you.
Right. Okay, thank you, Altagracia. Thank you, Paula. Any other new business?
Julia?
Yes? Yes?
Yes. I was a little bit logged out just now, so I couldn't even hear what y'all were saying, but I came back and I thought about the renewal application because we haven't been able to get in.
I'm sorry, you have to repeat that over. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay, with the renewal of the application, we've been trying to reach the borough office and we couldn't get in. I'd say that I was logged out, so I couldn't really hear anything just now. So I don't know if y'all mentioned that.
I don't understand regarding housing. I don't understand what that's about.
The reappointment application for the board members.
Alexis is on here. So, Barbara, what is the difficulties that you have in reaching the borough president's office?
Haven't been able to reach anyone.
Who are you calling? Who are you trying to contact?
I'm a Kenya.
Okay, I'm going to put my email in the chat, and you can email me, and then I'll speak with my supervisor.
Thank you very much.
Alexis, just so like that you know, this is like the fourth time I've heard this, not about not being able to reach you guys, but that they either have not received it or unfortunately they lost it. And I know a lot of the members want to stay on. Is there anything that we can do to make sure that, that they get an application again? Or do you want them to contact you and then you send it out?
He actually emailed it to me this morning, and I sent it to Ralph. So we do have it in our possession if anyone needs the reappointment application.
Okay.
It's just a matter of them making sure that they sign and
notarize it.
And notarize it.
Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you very much.
Cynthia, this is Monique. I do need one, and I've already completed my sexual harassment.
Perfect. And Julia is actually a notary republic, so if you need some information, if you need the application to be notarized, Julia Cruz can help you with that.
Thank you, Cynthia. Just shoot me an email or call me, and I will have my stamp with me, and I'll make it work. Okay. Any other new business? Any other announcements?
I just wanted,
Go ahead.
hi there. I just wanted to say that if there's anybody on the call that knows businesses on Southern Boulevard, we're having a call on March 23rd, which I think is before our next community board meeting. So I just wanted to put it out there now. They can get the information from the Southern Boulevard bid website and social media, but we would love to have as many business owners on the call as possible. And then just for everybody on the call, like we have a lot of new businesses that have opened. Well, not a lot, I'd say a few. But please come stop by the Boulevard and check them out and support our local small businesses. Thank you.
Wonderful.
First Vice Chair, I have a question. My question is directed to Miles. Miles, I got a lot of complaints about Popeye and why is Popeye closing so early? And throughout the whole city, Popeye usually open past midnight.
I got a complaint. I got one complaint.
Miles, is there a reason
and new
why it
business.
closes early?
I got one news business complaint.
Hold on, Altagracia. Miles, is there a reason why it's closing early?
Well, Popeye's just opened, so they're working on staffing right now.
Okay, and also remember it's COVID. Maybe something has been told to them, so if you could find out and let us know.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll check in with them, but that's what I
Thank
think
you.
it was.
Wonderful.
Julia, hello, Julia, I want to say something, please.
Altagracia was next, love, and then you, okay?
Thank you, darling.
Okay, I got one complaint.
All right.
And that's the way I feel a lot of people in the community. Because I got conversation with a lot of different people in different age. To start taking the business that we needed from the boulevard and start putting the medication. We got about 10 medical offices in the boulevard. We have to go out of this side to go to buy a lot of things. Because doctor, that's, oh my God, and we got a lot of those things in the area because they give you the needle and the drug of those people to get it and put it in the front of everybody in the street. Come on. We have to start that because the kids come outside.
I guess her question is, her complaint is that there's not a variety of things. There's too many medical establishments. So maybe that's something you could think about and come back and let us know.
The bid doesn't do much in trying to acquire businesses. We work with the businesses that come in here. It's a free market, and the businesses have to do what they can with the rent. I know that a lot of the people in this area need access to affordable health care, so that's why there is a lot of that on the boulevard. But I do hear the concern, and I think that speaks to more diverse business population on the boulevard as a whole. And so I think that is definitely something we're working to address, and definitely want to bring some more healthy eating establishments to the boulevard as well.
Amen to that. Amen. Love, did you have something?
Julia, I'm sorry, yes. Could you please excuse me? I have another Zoom meeting.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, can we just go to attendance, and we'll go right ahead
Julia.
to the next attendance?
Yeah.
Hi, Julia.
Hi.
It's Claribel, my love.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I just need to announce the council meeting is next Thursday, March 4th. We will be putting the information in our social media, in the council social media, sometime this week, okay?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's the only announcement you have?
The only announcement.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to the attendance so everybody can be counted in. Thank you all.
Good job, Madam First Vice Chair. Good job. Thank you.
Claribel, congratulations on being cop of the month.
Thank you very much.
I didn't know you had a uniform.
Okay, I have
Can
something.
we say, Paula, can we say that Mir is retiring?
Oh, that's what I'm asking for.
Announcement. Yes,
I was asking for that.
Will be retiring. Yes. How can I forget about Mir? Mir last day will be March 31st. Officially March 31st.
Right.
When is his walkout?
It will be the same day.
The 31st.
Okay.
March 31st?
March 31st.
I'm putting it on my calendar.
Okay, because somebody had told me it was this Friday.
I thought it was this Friday.
Friday, he pushed it back.
Thank you for letting me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Cynthia, for reminding me.
I was trying to remind you. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening. Attendance?
You there, Yvonne? Thank you.
I'm here. You hear me?
Yes, we hear you, Yvonne. Thank you.
Great. When you hear your name, please let me know. Thomas Austin Jr.
Present.
Evelyn Saúl. Love Bensacourt.
Present.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Luis Castillo.
Thank you. Good night.
Paula Fields Cañas.
Present.
Stephanie Cordero. Robert Crespo.
Present.
Altagracia Cruz.
Aquí estoy.
Julia Cruz.
Here.
Sandra de Jesus.
Hello.
Kevin Edison. Tanya Ferguson.
I'm here.
Escar Gomez.
Here, present, and always remember the great legend Johnny Pacheco, please.
Thank you. Shatoria McCoy Gregg.
She's on, but her screen is frozen.
Gotcha. Thank you. Alexandra Guadalupe.
Present.
Jesse Harris. Shaquan Hunt.
Here.
Jessica Kelman.
She's here. She's on the call.
Jeffrey Korn. LaShawn Lindsay.
Here.
Talia Simone Lindquist.
That's it.
Barbara Lopez.
Still here. Be safe, everyone.
Thank you. Roland Lopez.
As well.
Nicholas Mario. Luis Marrero. Cedric McClellan.
Right here. Good night.
Thank you, Luis. Monique Minnis. Yeah, I'm here. Good night. Good night. Reverend Moses.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Yeah.
Lynette Olmo. Maggie Ortiz.
I'm here.
Thank you. Larry Robinson.
I'm here. Thank you.
Sylvia Sanchez. Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
Riancy. Maria Torres. Marilyn Roten.
Here.
Pastor John Udu.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Night, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you all. Take a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
I'll make that motion.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Thank you all. Be safe. God bless.
Good night.
Hope to see everybody Thursday.
Peace.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.